going to be joined now in the interview chair by Johnny Campbell, who is the president and CEO of Sundance Square. Come join us.
How
Buddy
are
Bray,
you?
it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Now, I understand you play a little piano yourself.
A precious little by comparison.
Have you been watching any of this?
I've just been peering in the windows and listening and reading the reviews so far.
It's amazing, right? It's
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
it's
These guys come and, you know, you read their bios and you wonder how they would have time to practice and to get ready for something like this unless they got up at 4 in the morning.
Well, absolutely.
Right. We're sort of allies of yours now in Sundance Square, in Sundance Square Plaza. Now, how old is that now?
The plaza opened in November of 2013.
Okay, so there are a lot of arts events.
Absolutely.
It seems like.
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
right.
like to me, and you've been so generous as to provide us with practice rooms. How did you run down space for us to put pianos in?
Well, you know,
it's a
Sundance,
lot we're talking
It
about.
is a
there.
lot of space, but Sundance Square, a lot of folks think about that plaza. Sundance Square actually has 42 buildings over 35 blocks in downtown, so we are pretty sure that there'll be enough cycle of movement to make some space for something like this. And this is something, of course, we support. We really believe in this competition.
Right. So when you got the call, was it you that got the call? We need 18 practice rooms or 20 or however
Yes.
many. Do you drop the phone when you get a call like
Well,
that?
you know, I had to think a minute, but you know, we try to say yes first, so we paused for a minute. It was quite a request, but you know, an interesting opportunity. The space that we've chosen was right above the Convention and Visitors Bureau space.
Right.
So we thought that was kind of a neat synergy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what goes on in the plaza in the summertime?
You know, we try to program it. I was asking the other day, and I'm always stunned by this, but there are about 150 events a year that happen out in that plaza. And we thought of that plaza as something that would be a great street scene and a sort of a landing pad or launch pad for whatever you're going to do in the downtown. And so the plaza is great even when it's not programmed. The fountains and the umbrellas and all the things make a great space.
It is such a gathering place for people, for all people who come downtown, whether before they have dinner or after they have dinner. It's also a great gathering place for kids.
Yes.
It seems like those fountains, I've noticed that kids just love to play in the
We've determined that the scream volume of the kids is proportional to the height of the water.
Oh,
it goes up and down with the
I'll have to notice
with the
that.
fountains. You'll see that.
I've noticed it just fills them with such delight
Oh,
to be there.
absolutely.
And we're also happy now at the Cliburn to be in Sundance Square. Our office space is now in Sundance Square.
We really view that as one of the pieces of magic that we work on together, because our thought has always been that the performing arts, the fine arts, those things that make a community what it is, need to be brought to the people. And it happens that the Cliburn is thinking the same way, and so it's obvious. It's one of those things. You've got a programming, and we've got a venue. Guess what? We should work together.
It's very Fort Worth to
Yeah,
do that.
very much, very
Don't you
much.
think so?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, the arts have always worked so well together in Fort Worth. We have the orchestra officing downtown, the Cliburn now downtown. Now the opera is sort of on the edge of downtown as well. Everybody officing down here, so it really works out so well, right?
I think we, the city, benefits in a great way by all of the great fine arts and performing arts that are available. A lot of folks would look at a city of our size and be stunned at what's available.
I think so too. I've been here 30 years and I've never seen such sort of grassroots support for the arts. And the people, I think what makes Fort Worth so Fort Worthy sometimes is that the people who get behind something here, whether it's the ballet or the opera or the symphony or Casa Mañana or any real concern, not even fine arts, but once they get behind a cause, they stay behind it.
That's right.
For a really long time. They're not fickle about where their support goes. It's one of the things that makes Fort Worth so special.
It's a great
I
part of the
think
culture.
It really
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah.
Johnny, thank you for
Hey,
joining us.
thank you. Appreciate this very much.
Come back sometime.
I
and see
will.
us.
I will.